Hello Spartans, and welcome back to the one place that will never judge you for killing hookers, and that's the Halo Foundry. Are you easily convinced to buy stuff, even if it's the same old crap that you've owned many times before, but as long as it's packaged in something new and shiny, you're going to buy it 1,000 times over, because let's face it, you're sort of a mug. Is new packaging really worth your hard-earned cash? Well, we'll be diving right into that question, as today we're going to be reviewing the World of Halo Xbox Gear Shop exclusive Pilot and Master Chief set by Jazwares. That's right kids, you've guessed it, Jazwares up to their dirty old tricks once again. And here we have yet another Halo Infinite Master Chief for the World of Halo line. But this time, he's packaged with our boy Fernando. So that's all good then, isn't it? He hasn't been packaged with Fernando yet, it's completely worth it. Like hell, that is not a good reason to make this set. I've honestly lost count now the amount of times that I've moaned about this because I'm an idiot, because I stupidly purchased this same figure over and over again. And now I've got more of these little guys than I've eaten pussy, which isn't hard to beat, but you get the idea. And I can fully blame Jazwares for me buying all these Chiefs, okay? It is not my fault. Because at this point, they're taking bloody advantage, because if you offer cock to a slut, she's going to take it. She's going to take it deep, because that is in her nature. In this example, we're the sluts, okay? And Chief is the big throbbing cock. We just can't help but grab that shaft, and Jazwares are fully bloody aware of it. It's evil. But anyway, before I get too pissed off and just do 10 minutes of me moaning about all these Chiefs again like I always do, it's getting boring now, let's take a closer inspection just in case I've missed something new in this set. Could this be the best thing out there? Obviously not, but let's pretend that it possibly could be and find out together. This set is themed around Chief and Echo 216 as they battle their priorities within the Pelican, where one side fights the enemy and the other side fears the enemy. Oh, that's so beautiful, that is. This set comes with 6 glorious pieces, that being 2 thick-ass figures, 2 weapons, 2 bases, and as an added bonus, it is a nice little weapon charm for Halo Infinite's multiplayer, all wrapped up in a pretty lovely looking collector's box. So first up for the figures, we've got Master Chief. You know what's funny? The amount of times that I've moaned about this like a little bitch. I haven't actually reviewed this guy for my channel yet, so this is a first. And you know what? He is a fantastic figure. Despite all of the complaints that I've made, I love this thing. And I don't think anyone could really deny the fact that this thing looks good. And with the majority of other figures out there, the sculpting, the molds, everything is bloody amazing. This thing is one-to-one with Chief from Halo Infinite, and it just gets me all excited. And what is also great about this Chief in particular is that if you look at his left arm, he has got the grapple shot molded directly into it. That is a pretty cool little detail, because this gives it a much needed difference between all the other Chiefs out there. I think only the Wave 3 single pack Chief also has this detail as well, so make sure to check your Chiefs, because if you skip that one, this set could be worth purchasing for that little grapple shot detail alone. What's funny as well is that the grapple shot isn't shown on the product images on site, so you might have missed that one. You can thank me later. My only major concern really has to be with the obscene amount of black dry brushing just slapped all over this guy. Annoyingly, Jazwares really haven't found that happy medium of black wash to represent the damage. However, the black applied to the chest alone looks pretty decent at least. Okay, so Jazwares, carry this same love and attention and care and everything to the rest of the figure, would you? There's a good boy. But now Chief does come with a SPANKr, which is in a number of other sets out there, so this isn't likely to be people's first spanking. And just like all the other ones, the paint job is exactly the same, so how disappointing, okay? So all Jazwares have done is just diverted a few conveyor belts to this set. And we could all argue that that really isn't a bad thing, but to me this is sort of like the Mega Construct Hero sets. More could have been done to improve the paint job, at least, you know, slap some orange on there to make it look more in-game. Detail and shape wise, however, this is perfect, it looks great, so no complaints there, it's just with the paint job. But then just like all other weapons and figures, the SPANKr fits nicely onto Chief's back, and it sort of fits nicely into his mitts as well, with a bit of finger bending required. But then next up we've got Echo 216 Fernando Esparza, or whatever it's called. Spoilers, okay, if you don't know that that's his name yet, like what are you really doing here? That is completely on you. But what I really appreciate here of our boy Fernando is that we've only seen him in one set before in Series 1. So I've only got one figure of this chap, so it's not as painful to get another one here. However, with Chief there of course were little differences when comparing it to Series 1, with the grapple shot mould for his R, and there's also some quality fixes as well for the ball joint for the neck. However, when comparing Fernando, it is a 1-to-1 replica for Series 1. But you know what? If it ain't broke, you ain't got to fix it, have you? Because I really don't think anything could have been done to improve this guy. The paint job is of course amazing. My only complaint is that it doesn't really look like the character at all. It sort of looks like you're squinting through some broken glass. It might represent him a little bit, but you know, not massively. But I don't really think that's anything that Jazwares can control, because for the price of this thing and the size, just remember that it's 4 inches. I'm not really expecting Hot Toys level of detail in the faces. So yeah, I'm absolutely fine with this beautiful mug. As Fernando comes with a battle rifle. Just like the SPANKr, nothing new is present here at all. It's just a factory line battle rifle as seen in all the other sets. Again, they could have added some sort of finer details just to polish it up, but nope, it's the same. And with all the other weapons, it can also attach to his back and fits into his hands. Crazy stuff. The quality of the gun is not the issue here, because if you've played Infinite, you all know that the battle rifle just isn't his thing. What they could have done is given him a much better accessory to go along with the character, like a pilot's helmet, that little hollow disc that he talks to his wife on, which I bet makes porn look fantastic, or even a UNSC radio, or just anything at all. But then next for this set, we've got the 2 bases for both figures. Now, I'm not going to be ripping them out of the box at all because I want to keep the packaging looking sweet. But here, we just got 2 standard bases. I'm just using examples from the rest of my collection that we have seen many times before. So nothing interesting here, let's move on. Well, actually no, because they picked a theme with this set, and we all know that that theme is Chief and Fernando in the Pelican. So what they could have done at least is given us exclusive Pelican themed bases for both of them instead of just this boring grass. You know, metal ones with the logo for the UNSC and all sorts of things. That would have been really cool, but nope, grass bases for the Pelican set. And then the last thing we've got for this thing is the Neon Death weapon charm. So when you order this set, you're going to get emailed the code so you don't have to wait for it to arrive like a peasant. Then you got to enter it on Halo Waypoint and it'll be added to your collection in Halo Infinite. Now, I do currently have this equipped into my assault rifle in game, and it is a decent looking weapon charm, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's amazing. Not for this set at least anyway, because it follows the same theme of them not really theming themes to this theme, for the Pelican theme. And what I mean is that they should have given us a Pelican themed weapon charm. That would have been better suited than this bloody neon skull. The neon skull should have rolled around in store like all the other items out there. But as with most codes of exclusive items, this alone might actually make people pick it up just for the code, or at least scalpers who are going to sell the code alone for $1,000. And then that is everything that comes with this set. But we all know that there's one more thing that we can talk about here, because for me at least, sets like this work when they're kept in the box and presented as such. And although I did open this up for a review, rest assured that I was so careful, and when it's put back on the shelf, it's not going to be touched, okay? And Altar Boy is going to be touched more than this box. Because, let's all be honest here, if you bought this set, ripped the box open, ripped the figures out, got your filthy, dirty hands all over these figures, well, you know what? I'm going to set you on fire the next time you sleep. Enjoy that, you waste of sperm. How evil must you be to rip this thing apart? What's the point of you buying it? What's the point of you breathing? Stop watching my video. Because with sets like this, the box becomes such an important part for collectors. So you're always going to want to keep the packaging looking good and presentable. And luckily here, the box really does look fantastic. As I've mentioned many times before, I'm a huge fan of this Pelican theme that's going on. So out of all the sets out there that Jazwares have released, I think that this one is most aimed at collectors, and it does look fantastic. And as well as the inner sleeve is themed for the Pelican, the outer box also looks great as well. It is very simply designed, but has a great image of the pair on the back, which further cements the scene and the atmosphere of this set. But of course, good packaging isn't going to save this set completely. Of course, if you don't own either of these figures, then this is probably going to be the best way to pick up both of them, especially Fernando. But for collectors like me, we'll buy this set regardless, as the packaging can hold just as much worth as a new figure. And as I mentioned earlier, I think Jazwares are fully aware of this, and it is disappointing that they're going to take advantage once again. So just to end things here, I do think that this is an okay set. It's not great by any stretch of the imagination. It looks fantastic when it's all packaged up like this. Okay, I can't deny that. It looks bangable. And also it offers you 2 great figures and a weapon charm for a fairly decent price. But I just can't give it that honoured Halo Foundry stamp of approval, as it's just completely boring when you already own these things. If you've picked this set up as well, I'd love to know your thoughts. Why did you pick it up, you absolute madman? Or if you didn't pick it up, I'd love to know that too. Why are you not buying it? Although I could probably guess. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more weekly Halo gear videos. Until next time.